Hi friends, this is Laura with Potpourri of Life. We've been gone all day. We started out this morning doing some chores around the house, and then we decided to go visit our daughter and my father-in-law and the grandkids and stuff. So it was a fabulous day. The weather was hot. My husband helped my father-in-law by making sure that the lawn was all taken care of. And you're seeing some flashing because we got home just before the storm. I was able to go feed the chickens, and now we're dealing with, I don't know, I'm excited. I like thunderstorms. So I decided to keep life easy for tonight. I have hamburger, and yeah, it always has a little bit of fat on top that I had canned previously for nights like this when I don't know how long I'm going to have electricity or whatnot. So I'm making sloppy joes. And yes, I'm using manwich sauce that I'm going to put in, and then I'll just put a few things that I want to add. So, first things first, I'm going to just set this. I know you guys know that I'm a very healthy person, but this is hamburger that didn't have a lot of fat, even though it has fat up there. I cook it before I can it, and it works out really well. So this will, I'm sure some of you are kind of surprised that I would even can my meat, but I do, because you just don't know if we're going to be able, if the freezer goes out or anything like that. And I'm not talking about tonight, but in the future or something. So I'm going to throw in some sauce. But while this is cooking, I just thought I would do a little bit of a chit chat and stuff like that as well. So what I've done is, very simply, I have put in the hamburger. I am going to cut open an onion. Do you know where the onions are?
No idea.
Okay. No, you probably don't. So I'm going to use some dried onions. It's easier, it's faster. And I'm going to just throw those in there because I'm just that type of person that on a night where I just don't want to do too much, I will make my life easy. So I'm going to throw in some garlic that I am chopping up right now. I know you can't see it. Hold on. So I'm going to chop up some garlic. So our day was very, very busy. My husband went out. We got there and we noticed that my father-in-law's lawn, he has a bigger piece of property than we do, and it just needed to be mowed. So to make life easier for him, because he has a heart condition that we try to, when he's not in a great way, we try to take care of that kind of stuff for him. But this here, coming home, I knew that we were going to get some rain. Wasn't too sure whether or not to believe the forecasters, but they were right. We're getting beautiful, beautiful rain. It's glorious out there. It is just so beautiful because I do like thunderstorms. We haven't had good rain in a while, so my water barrels should get full from what we've got. And when we got home, just in time, I could tell that the storm was coming in, so I went out and I fed the chickens because they weren't ready to go in. It was too early for them to go into their coop. So I moved it because we have an area where it is covered over where they kind of walk into their coop. So they were out there and they were fine, but I just left them. So I'm kind of like, I want to go out there and check on them. My husband won't let me go out in the thunderstorm. Go figure. I don't know what his problem is. But anyways, I will probably go out once this calms down a little bit, go in and check on them. But I'm kind of sure that they're going to be in the coop. We already turned the lights on for them because it's pretty dark for the time that it is. So, but this gave me an opportunity to share that no matter how healthy I might eat, and I actually don't consider this to be unhealthy. Okay, maybe the manwich isn't all homemade. I could make homemade manwich sauce, but I didn't. This is what I had on my shelf, and this is what I'm going to use. And part of the reason I'm sharing this is because sometimes people think, I can't do that. I can't preserve, I can't do this. And part of the thing that I want people to understand is, even though I can and preserve and make a lot of homemade things and stuff, sometimes I actually take the easy way out. And that's okay. So what I'm going to be doing, I picked up these, they're little tiny, I don't know if you can see them. They're little white corn tortillas, so I will use those with lettuce added on and stuff. My husband will use a hamburger roll. And that's what I'm putting the manwich. I call it Sloppy Joe's manwich, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm using. I'm looking around to see if there's anything else I want to put on. But that's what I'm doing. And because the hamburger was already cooked, it's not going to take very long to make a meal. And this is something that I would consider making even, like out camping. Throw in a can of manwich and the jar of hamburger. Another thing I would consider doing, and I'm going to do, is I hope to make a manwich sauce myself, incorporate the hamburger so I don't have to open 2 containers. But this is a quart size. It was about right there, so just under, because I like to leave plenty of headspace when I'm working with beef. And this was something I canned a while back. It's fine and it's cooked. So even if the electricity goes out, and this is already hot, I should show you. It's already hot and cooking. I like it to cook a little bit longer to get kind of some of the moisture out, because I enjoy a little bit thicker manwich sauce, if you know what I mean. So I don't know about you, but those who have farms, those who have even small gardens like my own, we look forward to the rain. It's kind of refreshing. It takes, I don't know, I even used to like the rain when we used to go camping. It brings back memories from when I was a young girl going to camp. And every time we went camping, it would always rain. But we were young and silly, and we would walk out in these thunderstorms and go swimming and do all the silly things. And I mean, we didn't go in the midst of a real bad thunderstorm, but if it was raining, that was the best time to go swimming. But thunderstorms, we weren't allowed. They kind of held our reins back. But the campfires, the singing, all those wonderful things that I remember as a child or a young teen. And so times like this bring those kind of memories back. And then when my husband and I went on our honeymoon, it rained the whole time. And that was the first time I had ever gone camping as an adult, other than going to an organized camp with other kids my age. So I really didn't know what to expect, and it was interesting. It was different, but since then I have enjoyed going camping with him, and we haven't gone camping in a long time. But this kind of rain brings back fond memories and stuff like that. So this is a short video. I don't know if the electricity will flicker again, but sometimes when you think about the power of the weather, I see it as the power of God. God can do miraculous things. So not everybody sees it that way, but I do. He's blessing me. I don't have to go out there and water anything. And the gardens, the plants out there need it. They weren't thirsty looking, but they need this rain. And I'm curious as to how the chickens are going to do. And of course my husband says they will be fine, and he always tells me that. But hey, this is my first time owning chickens, my first time taking care of them. So it will be kind of interesting to see how they interact. But it was a gorgeous day. Hot, very hot. But it was a gorgeous day. Got to play with the grandkids. One was grumpy because he was tired. He went to bed. He woke up. He's refreshed and he's brand new, just like any of us. And the other one, I got to play with the matchboxes and stuff like that. And no, I will not be showing pictures of my grandchildren because it's not needed. And got to spend a little time with my daughter and my father-in-law. It's just, you know, we had the opportunity to go. So we took that opportunity because life is short. And, you know, something could have happened to us on the way home. Something could happen, and it's just one of those things that I treasure time with others, my family. So I hope that this might be a reminder of, first of all, don't stress the small stuff. If you don't have time to make something fancy, or the weather turns things difficult so you don't really have time to make something big, even this here, making a sloppy joe mix, can actually be made over a camp stove, or you can put it on your grill on a low. There's ways to cook when the electricity is out. Now we have a gas burner and it's turned on electricity, you know, with electricity, but we can turn it on without it too. So I can cook with the gas stove, and that's part of the reason I like it, but I also like the control I have with the gas stove. So this is looking like it's coming along quite nicely. Okay, and now I'm going to add in, let's see, I'm going to add in some salt and pepper. Because the manwich that is purchased already has tons of ingredients. It has things that I shouldn't have, like the fructose corn syrup. That's why I want to make my own. But it was on the shelf, and there's no sense in letting food go bad. And so I had it, I'm using it, and we will have sloppy joe type dinner tonight. So for those who don't know what to stock on your shelves, that don't have a garden, one of the things that I promote is, if you can find something like this without all the corn syrup and stuff, that's better for you. But since I don't eat this stuff, I don't know, Dave, when's the last time we had this? Maybe 3-4 months ago? Yeah. So to me, doing something like this once in a great while, I'm not gonna feel guilty. I will not be guilted into thinking that you should always eat healthy. I like eating healthy, there's no doubt. But I also like a night where, after a busy day, and we could have eaten over there. Our daughter said, you know, you want dinner here? I said, no. I had a feeling the storm was coming in, and I was tired. And I'm glad we left when we did, because my poor husband got to drive alone because I fell asleep. Yeah, I'm his co-pilot. I rest. I make sure that he's driving well. If I don't wake up, I know he did a good job driving. But, you know, I got home, I was a little bit more refreshed, so I can pick up where I left off. We were working on some chores in the house that we're trying to change a few things up. So we get to do that. But, you know, it was so important to get out, spend time with family, enjoy their company, even on this hot, blistering day. I don't even know what temp it got to, but the mugginess and the heat actually makes me very, very exhausted. And so the nap refreshed me. I have a simple dinner, and it'll be leftovers for tomorrow too, or we can put it away and he can have it for lunch this week if he wants something like that at work, or not. It's really whatever he wants, and we can freeze them in smaller containers, because this is a lot for us. So, that being said, I just wanted to check in. I hope you had a great day. I hope anybody who is looking for rain, I hope you get this rain. This is just so awesome. We even got, what are those? David, what did you say was coming down? I think he left. Hail. That's what it was. Hail was coming down as well. But I'm not too worried about how it'll affect the plants too much, because it didn't last very long. and the skies are dark. It's what, 5:30? Yeah, it's about 5:30. The skies are darker than it normally is at 5:30, but the breeze that's coming in through the house, it's refreshing. And those of you who have been listening for a while know that we're trying to go this summer without the air conditioners. And so a night like this, where there's a beautiful, refreshing breeze, it will be awesome. So I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope that you're getting rain and refreshment for the greenery around you and the plant life. Stay well, stay healthy, and when you have to take a quick detour from health or a detour to just do things simple, have something simple on. Now, I don't promote this kind of stuff, but have something on hand. So hopefully soon you'll be seeing me make my own manwich. We're trying to clear out our shelves from stuff like this. But to be honest with you, if I saw them on sale, I'd probably pick up a can to replace this one. That's just the way I am, because sometimes just to have something as a backup will never hurt you. And plus, like I said, camping, or if the electricity goes out. So for those of you who are worried about food shortages, there are things you can do. Like for me, canning the beef, the ground beef, that made life really easy. For those who don't want to can beef, you might be able to get it elsewhere, but if you have a freezer and a generator and stuff, and you can get farm fresh hamburger and stuff, and it's not cheap. I picked some up the other day and it was like, oh my gosh. But I'm glad that I do purchase that way, because I feel better about my meat. Sure, I just put some stuff in here, but every little bit we do. So just, if you haven't learned how to preserve beef, I can try to get a video up for you. There's other videos out there, because all I do, for me, I cook it and then I put it in jars, and it's great. And it just made my life easier, and then we're going to have a beautiful night. So I hope that you have a great night. I hope you are blessed with rain, sun, whatever it is that your area needs, and that you are blessed immensely. Be well, eat well, stay well. God bless.